Friends, we all know that humans are the social animal, and today we will understand why humans are social. And therefore, to explain why we are social, I will actually narrate a story for you to basically imagine how the socialism or the social behavior of the humans really started off. So, I think let me take you back when we were living in caves, and it is now presumed that the chili plants is the first spice which was used by human, and that prompted the effect of partying, invitation, and calling other people, your neighbors, your relatives, to your home. And how chili can be responsible for this starting of this behavior or this culture, we will actually understand this in a more detailed manner. And you party, you create different kind of food, you arrange for different kind of drinks. But imagine if we were living in a caveman scenario, the food was also limited, very few choices humans had, and their caves are also separated, so the neighbors were quite far apart. So calling neighbors for party and for socializing would have been a very, very special occasion. And even if you call them and you offer them the same food which they eat in their own cave, what is a big deal? So there has to be something special. And that special thing is the chili plant. Chili plant is something which is like a shrub. It's a small little plant which can grow with zero maintenance. It can grow anywhere, and the plant is a shrub, so it produces this fruit which nobody likes, no animal except a few birds like parrot, etc., in nature like. But this chili plant gives out a very, very strong a flavor, which is chili. Of course, if you eat a lot of chilies, you start sweating because it heat up the whole system. But the fruit of this plant, or the plant, can grow anywhere. It can grow as soon as it finds the favorable condition. So it does not require special condition. You don't need to plow the field. You don't need to prepare for water cycles of monsoons, etc. It can grow outside your cave. So the chances are the chili plant would have grown outside caveman's cave. And the caveman obviously used to live in a colony, but the colony was mostly determined by the caves which are available. So availability of caves, and these caves were the natural caves created by the nature. So it is not that, okay, I live here and therefore you want to be my neighbor, you are my friend, you also dig your hole here. That is not the case, because the availability of the livable caves was predetermined by the nature. So therefore their colonies, although they used to live close by, but then it's largely dependent on the caves. And then there was an opportunity to do their own thing in their own cave and also do it socially in a colony. And they used to meet, and probably men used to discuss how to do hunting, and what are the new tools that they need to prepare, and what is happening to the climate, etc. Maybe a little bit of politics, we don't know if there was politics in those days. So the caveman used to socialize, but there was nothing special, and there was no incentive for going to somebody else's cave, because chances were that you will actually get the same food they killed 3 days back. And so what is a big deal? Is it interesting enough to just go and eat the same food? And food is a binding phenomena, friends, as you know that. So there has to be something special. And that special thing was the chili plant, a flavor which has come out from a chili plant. So one fine day, the lady of the cave, one of the caves, must have seen this fruit-bearing shrub growing outside their cave, and she would have tried. Probably this is the first time she would have tasted the flavor, and you don't need to import something because chili can grow anywhere and it gives out a very, very specific taste. So when they tasted it, it would have actually given them so many different feelings, at that point in time. And that probably would have triggered the idea of adding the flavor, because if you eat chili, you just can't eat it. It's very, very overwhelming. So if you need to reduce that feeling and then get the flavor out of it. So some lady or some cook, a man cook, or somebody who was actually cooking, either man or woman, they would have got that idea to add a small quantity of chili to their food. That will not make it unpleasant, and also it will add a lot of flavor. So since availability of chili plant is determined, because it can grow without any supervision anywhere, and it gives out a fruit which can actually give flavor to a bigger quantity of fruit. So it's an experiment, and we know today that lot of these food related experiments were done by women. So chances are that chili would have been used by the cave, the woman of the house, and would have created a food by mixing chili, and chili would have been the world first spice, because it is readily available. You don't need to send ship to get it from India, for example. So I think that is why the chances are that chili would have been the first spice which was used in creating something extraordinary, extraordinary plate of food. And now, once they have been able to create that extraordinary type of food, they would like to brag it to others, to their neighbors. And when they want to brag it, they want to basically say that in our food which you killed 3 days back, we have a secret ingredient, because our food tastes 1,000 times better than what you are eating in your own cave. So you please come, we will invite you, and we may or may not share the secrets, but this is something which we want to brag, how intelligent we are, how aristocrat we are. We have a special food because we are going together and killing the beasts and eating them over time. But then your food which you cook in your cave is stale. Our food is so special because we have a secret ingredient, and the secret ingredient was nothing but the chili, a small chili plant which is giving small chilies. And that is why the chances are that the chili would have been the first spice or first thing which was experimented by humans and applied to the food to give it a totally different flavor. The food flavor will completely change, and that is why if people who had the knowledge would get an opportunity to basically brag about their knowledge and brag about their food. So this is something which probably started the first show of kind of a partying show off, showing off their sitting arrangement, showing off their quality of the food, and so on and so forth. So chili would have created this feeling among humans to basically socialize once in a while, call the entire village to their cave, offer them special food which people remember. And this feature would have given rise to so many activities in our society, even politics. When people eat your food, they will remember you. And if in future somebody wants to select or elect a leader, then they will remember this cave, because they offer the best food and they are the most innovative people, etc., etc. So I think the chili would have created a scenario which would have actually created the world first show off. You can call it a show off, you can call it a party, you can call it socializing, you can even call it politics. Because if you don't have this chili in your food, there was no need for people to come together. So that is why this story of today is to share some thoughts that I have, that how the socializing nature of humans would have started, and how they have started this a concept of partying and inviting friends and family, and once in a while plan the whole thing, create and then there are whole businesses around it, the party planners, and probably food becomes a major part of any partying around. And that is why how this would have started. So I did my own research and I thought, okay, chili, because this is something very simple. It can grow in any part of the world outside without any supervision. So this is the simplest thing which can create and catalyst the behavior change of humans. So this is something which I wanted to share with you. And of course, this is not the real story. This is a hypothetical situation which I have created, and I'm trying to narrate it to my viewers in a storyteller format. But think about it, friends. What would have triggered the partying character of humans? And if you have any thoughts, any suggestions, feel free to send in your comments, and I will read out those comments in the next episode of the Storyteller Show. And if you have any comments on this today's story, please feel free to share your thoughts. So I will catch you again. Till then, please take care and bye bye.